Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Fiona as always, and I'm so excited to have you guys here with me. Today I'm going to do a sibling tag kind of video, and in this video it's just about my sibling, my brother, actually telling me what he doesn't tell me on a normal day. I'm just going to ask him. It's just random. The things he likes about me that he has not told me before, the things I do that he really appreciates and has not said it before. And this is going to be a first impression. Like, I don't even know what he has in mind at all. So, in as much as I'm being surprised, you guys are going to find out what is in this his big head. Okay, by the way, this is my younger brother. He's my youngest brother. He's the last child of my parents, so I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell you all the good stuff you need to know about him. Okay.
Alright, hey guys, I'm Brent. I'm the last born. I'm used to everybody running around for everybody, so it's normal, like last born. But it's just the advantage of last born, you just get pet by everybody, anything you want. So that's the advantage, and everyone will just be giving you what you want.
Ha! Like you really know. That's by the way. We'll discuss this one after the video. You are manipulating us, Abby. It's alright. Okay. I'm going to start with him. He's going to tell me how he feels about me, the things I do that he really appreciates, and any other special thing he has to tell me. So the ball is in your court. Quiet.
Well, I'll start by, she's a very nice person, in the sense that she's caring for her siblings, and most especially me as the last born, I benefit more from her. So at a point, but she's the kind of person that you must make a move before she assists you. You don't just walk up to her and say, I need this, or I need money for this, or I need assistance in this. You must show your interest or put an effort that you must have started somewhere halfway, then she can just assist you till the end. Although definitely she's the kind of person that you have to support her dreams and her visions, because I believe that if you don't support people wherever they want your support, they just have this kind of relentless efforts in helping you at times. So I'd advise you to support everybody to keep the family happy. So like I said, she's a nice person, but sometimes when she's on pressure, you won't want to settle out with her, because it can get very, very rough. So I know everybody do have their bad sides, but at least her good side should be surpass or overshadow the bad side of you. So she's a good person. So what's that question?
What are my bad parts?
Well, bad parts at times, maybe she can be arrogant at times.
Hey.
She can be rude at times, and maybe she might ignore you at times, but after a while it all comes down.
I'm actually really surprised. I'm arrogant.
Yes.
Ha! That's what is it? Top blow of me. Okay, for me, what can I say about you? What I like about you, I actually like the fact that you're very humble, you're hardworking, and you have grit. You're really perseverant. Like, you can persevere a lot, even when things are somehow, you still try your best. Like, you're really strong, and I really admire you. Like, the way you put in energy to do things, like, you don't even want to care if someone is there watching you. You are very responsible to the fact that you don't need someone to watch you for you to be able to do what you're supposed to do. You get right?
Yes.
Like, you are independent, and I like the fact that you understand me. So the part where you say you have to make a move before I support, I don't want anybody to rely on me completely. Do you get? Even as much as I want to contribute and do stuff for people, I feel they should be able to do something for themselves. They should be able to contribute. They should be able to at least show interest, that they are willing to do something before I can actually push them. I like someone that listens to another person's body language, how the person is responding to you. Like you said, I'm rude. I actually like that about you. What I don't like about you is that sometimes you can just be awfully quiet.
Oh, yes.
And you're not really expressive. Like there's sometimes you go through stuff, but you can't really express yourself. Do you get my point? Like you can't really say, "Oh, this is what I'm going through."
Because I just feel that, most especially as a male gender, and not everything you need to spread out some situations where you just have to move it with yourself, and maybe
that's one thing you
at
should
times you
understand.
should tell people, and it doesn't move.
That's one thing you should understand, that telling people a problem is not something of gender. If you're going through stuff, you should be able to open up and express yourself to people.
But I do express myself.
You hardly ever do.
I do.
You do, but you don't do as much as
it's not everything. Now, some things are not just that very necessary to bother you about.
Yeah, but at least you need to talk about it. Even if it doesn't have a solution, you should be able to say it, or say, "Oh, this is what I'm going through." Like, some people know how to weigh people down, some people know how to break people down. I know it can be difficult sometimes, but you just have to build that kind of communication. Even if it's not between your siblings, one day you have spouse and you want to be able to talk. But since you've not been in that phase before in your life, you've not been able to communicate with people, it will become very, very difficult for you to communicate. You get?
I get. So.
Okay. So what are the fun parts about me?
Well, the fun parts,
like, am I a fun person?
Yes, you're a fun person. You love outing, like going out, doing videos, funny videos, Snapchat, TikTok, and all of that. Most especially that she doesn't mind. Don't mind if your troubles are much, but you just know that everybody deserves to enjoy. Everybody deserves a good life. So despite the challenge you're facing, once in a while, you should just come up with something and just keep yourself happy.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a really fun person, no, but I know my work and everything is not making me have as much fun as I'm supposed to do, but I still do that most times.
Yes, maybe midweeks, few days, and maybe weekends.
So, me now and me before, which of the me do you prefer?
Well, I'll stick by saying change is constant. At a point where you were not really engaged with your work, spend more time having fun and not really looking into other people's responsibilities. But I think now that you're more occupied and engaged, your mentality has changed. You're now thinking about building people around you, mostly your family, and just looking into other people's responsibility and trying to make them independent to see what life has to offer and definitely overcome the challenges thrown at them.
I don't even know what to say, honestly. Oh, okay. So what are the parts that are not fun about me?
Well, the parts are not fun about you. Like, you definitely take some things very serious. Maybe regardless of maybe your mood.
So are you saying I'm an emotional person?
Yeah, kind of. Like, everybody do have emotions. Like, sometimes you really take things serious, but
my own goes overboard.
Sometimes, like, that's why I say sometimes. Like, sometimes when you're calm, or should I say when you're less stressed, might tell you something and you react differently, and some other days when you're very calm and they tell you, just say, okay, so that's it. So it's normal for people to always swap.
So can you give me an instance or any situation I was emotional or?
Well, not really in my case per se.
Like generally?
Like generally. But maybe there was a day mom called and told you about something and you were like she would have told you since. But another day she told you the same instance and you just said, okay, no problem. So I was like, it's not the same issue on two different occasions and two different responses and two different reactions.
Yeah, that's really true. I say I'm a whole lot. Is there another question? Is there anything you want to tell me that I can improve on myself? Or anything that you think might be useful in my growth? Or anything I can take as an advice?
Yes. So I'll start by a character change. So you're this kind of person that is a bit difficult to convince.
Okay.
But I know some people do have their very strong principles, so they will not at least go astray by wrong advice of people.
Your voice is going down.
So likely I'll say at times you should be a bit more economical in your spending and consider some people options when it has to do with some kind of buying, like mostly when you're doing up on appliance. I'm not talking about women's stuff, hair and all of that. Like when you're doing almost stuff appliance, if you're trying to get an appliance,
okay,
or maybe mostly yes, an appliance or a car or something like that. So things that do have long-term warranty. You should just go for. You shouldn't go about the most expensive though. You should go for durability.
So you're saying I'm expensive?
I'm not saying you're expensive in this case. Like everybody have their taste. So what I'm talking about is like when you want to get an appliance, don't be moved by maybe this guy is 11 million, and maybe the durability of the engine is cannot even withstand the conditions and maybe the bad roads and all of that. So you should go for something that's suitable with your environment.
Okay, can you give me an instance of any purchase I've made or appliances that you think is not going to be durable, but I splurged on it?
Well, for now, since I've not been with you for a while, I can't really tell about that.
But it's actually from an experience you actually been.
That's what I'm saying now.
Give me an instance.
Okay, let me go for the most recent though.
Okay.
For the ACI, my advice is like you shouldn't go for the stabilizer because most of the times the light's too stable. At the middle of the day where there is less pressure and in the middle of the night. So if you should get the stabilizer for an expensive price, definitely to do less work. Because if the night covers most of the hours of the day, so a night we spend about 8 hours in the night, and in the daytime maybe 4 hours, so that's 12 hours. So,
and besides, in the day I'm not always
you're
at
not
home.
even at home, so just 12 hours of the day will just be gone, and the stabilizer is doing nothing.
And I was considering getting this stabilizer, but from what you're telling me, I don't chill on the price of that stabilizer is not even in this generation, but I still have to buy it regardless. Maybe if I get to a bigger apartment.
Except you're in a bigger apartment.
But for now, I don't think it's an immediate plan. I don't think it's an immediate plan. Like, that's really wise of you. That's really you have sense in this Okay. But do you think I'm responsible financially?
Yes, you are. Like the way you manage your finances, not trying to run dry in the middle of the month and all of that. When you're working, the first thing you should consider when you get your salary is, I know there are spendings to do, but for me, when I was working, I divide my salary into 3.
Okay.
I keep one part for saving and emergency. I don't just say saving because anything can happen at any time.
Sure.
So you might say you're saving, but there's a time you just have to break the bank. So like savings or emergency. Then I think one will cover your expenses, maybe your transport and your feeding to work.
Yeah.
I think that should go. Then the other part, maybe your house expenses and family and all of that.
Yeah, I actually do more than that. I actually do more than.
I know, but those are the 3 categories, like the 3 main categories.
I don't know if you've noticed, I've not run dry at any point.
That's what I'm saying now. So those are the 3 main categories. So
and for the fact that sometimes when you ask for money, I say I don't have, doesn't mean I don't have cash.
I understand. Like if somebody asks you for money, like you say that I don't have doesn't mean the person doesn't have the money. It means that out of that budget, it's not inside of it. Yeah. So maybe you can see your friend with 50 million and you say, oh, please give me 1,000 naira. And his budget of giving, or maybe his budget outside the 50 million is already spent. So do not look at people as maybe they are greedy or that. So if you call, maybe you just say, okay, maybe it's at the wrong time, or maybe the person doesn't have that to give at that point. It's budgeted the money for something else. So let's just get to a point we should also accept people's ideas and ideologies. So we should not just, if I don't have money, that person is a wicked person. I don't see it that way. So if you tell me you don't have money, I just think maybe you've overspent.
Yeah, you have other plans,
so,
so you've overspent.
So rather than leading someone to an overdraft, it's just better the person just understand and maybe check back next time.
Okay, I want to ask you, do I actually have privacy?
Yes, you do have your privacy, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll pick it as a 7.
7.
Yes.
So, which area am I slacking in?
Well, I can't tell most of your private life because you share it most of the times with mom.
True.
So I don't really.
But I mean, in terms of siblings, there's privacy.
Yes, but not that much because people know your friends and maybe your fun fact and all of that. Maybe.
Fun fact? What do you mean by fun fact?
Or maybe when you're going out, okay, and we are going here, let's go. We go with your siblings and all of that. So we do know when you're happy and maybe when you're feeling bad, like I feel what's wrong. Why you're not happy today? So those are the parts we do, social life and.
In a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a sister am I?
Well,
honestly, I will still give you food and the rest.
Well, if on my rating, though,
on
my rating is on an 8.
Yeah, that was actually very good, a very high mark. I was expecting to be a 5 or a 4.
A 5 or a 4, like, no, it doesn't 5 or 4.
I'm actually a really good big sister.
Yes, definitely. No, because if you're rating not a 5 and 4, maybe you're this kind of person that you can't relate some things with. Like you just call, hello, sister, I want this. Before you even call, you be like, this is my sister, I won't pick the call. So those are the kind of people that.
But I'm not like that.
As I'm saying that, those are the kind of people that maybe their siblings do have pressure in calling them or interacting with them. So giving them a 4 or 5, I think those 4 below.
So at any point, do you think I've motivated you or I'm mentoring you in any way?
Yeah, definitely.
What areas specifically?
Like, should I say you being independent and managing your finances and also taking other people's responsibility. It's not really easy for people to be looking at others' responsibility. Like, it's come to a point where you're independent and you'll be like, if I could be independent, what's the need of supporting others? Why can't others follow up themselves? But this kind of person that will keep putting the pressure, you say, yes, don't worry, you can do it, just take your work seriously. Wherever you find yourself, whatever situation you find yourself, just keep doing what you're doing. And at the end of the day, you will have your reward for hard work and your good works will be rewarded as well.
Me listening to this, I let me clap for myself. I've tried in this. I've tried in this life. So guys, this is my younger brother Brent. He is how old are you? Can tell them your age.
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary. I'm a big boy, yo. Okay, tell them at least what you study. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm an undergraduate student of mechanical engineering and mostly reside in Cross River, but I believe I'll tour the world someday and
amen. Oh.
Eventually bring a change to our country educational system.
Ha! You should run for president.
Yes,
like you're so composed. Like me, Seth, I'm surprised. You're so composed.
It's very important because the way our country is going, there's no need sitting back and criticizing again. So we should all start from where we are.
And get involved.
Assist the little we can.
Okay. So guys, I'm going to stop this video here. Thank you so much for watching my video and for subscribing. As always, I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed. Turn on the notification bell, and also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Drop your comments if there's anything you want to ask my brother. We could do another video because he's visiting for the meantime before he returns to school. And also tell me all the good and bad things that you, if you know me personally, has observed. Drop it in the comments below. If you don't know me personally and you think you are kind of suspecting a kind of attitude Just drop it. I just want to know what's your impression about me. My brother has said this, and I'm really, really happy you stop by to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Mwah.
All right, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.